Hey, what's a fantasy blanket, man? What are you talking about? You making up words again? I mean, yes, I do like to do that. But when I'm talking about a fantasy blanket, I want you to think about all those mornings where you don't want to get out of bed. The blanket's wrapped all over you. You're all warm and snug, and you don't want to get up. You're a human being. No one wants to get up. So think of that, but a mental version of that. Let's say you read a book on how to build wealth. Let's say you read a book on how to start real estate. Let's say you read a book on how to do copywriting or make money online, right? Especially with the times we're living in. You know the logical path. You see the path in front of you. You see it's possible, but something interesting happens, right? You get excited by the potential and you start living in this fantasy where you already realized it, right? Like the years of work already done, and you're enjoying the benefits. Everyone's giving you applause and validation. You already won, but you didn't do shit. This is most people, and this is something I very often struggle with in my own life. I know some schools of thought call it success barriers, right? When you see you're able to move up another level, or you have the potential to, you're scared by the what's how do I put this? The demand that new level will demand from you, right? You're going to be exposed. Blemishes you're able to hide before will be exposed for everyone to see, and now you're going to feel like an imposter, right? So you want to avoid that situation at all costs. But honestly, I think it's closer to a form of ego protection, right? You want to view yourself as this winner, someone who figured it all out, you're smarter than everyone else, and now you're on your way to the top, right? But if you actually do the work, maybe you're not as good as you thought you were. Maybe you're not as smart as you thought you were, right? So it just completely destroys the self-image you've cultivated, and you're getting, let's be honest, you're getting dopamine from running this over and over and over and over and over again. The reason why I struggle with this so much is as a kid, I recognized my coping pattern whenever I was taking on stress, heartbreak, take your pick, right? Life's hardship and all that. I would go towards escapism, right? Like when things get hard, I get stressed out. Was really into video games growing up, like anime, television, movies, comic book movies. So I just went straight to my escapism, and I lived there, right? And now, I'm an adult. I'm, responsible. I got other goals now. I'm working a lot more, but that's still a part of me, right? So if I get stressed out or the pressure's on, I feel that pull towards escapism, right? And if I'm sitting there at my desk and I feel the resistance to work. Like I feel it. Like you literally can't. It's like all those times you've done homework, right? And you're sitting there, you're looking at your textbook. You're like, why can't I do this? It's the same thing. So what I often do is I sit back, as long as it takes. Sometimes it takes me like 30 minutes. I'm going to be completely frank here, and just allow myself to process through it. No phone, no music, nothing, right? Allow myself to sit with it until I put pen to paper, as long as it takes. And I'm patient with myself. I'm very kind. I'm very patient with myself. I recognize that I'm afraid. I acknowledge that I'm afraid, right? And maybe, I write it out why I might be afraid, acknowledge it, allow myself to feel it, let it pass, again, right back to business. This is a skill. This is something you cultivate over time. To feel the resistance and find a way past it is something 99% of people just cannot do. It's something that takes required persistence and effort. It takes a strong why or purpose to do this. Like, why would I put myself through this over and over again if it wasn't for a strong enough why? So if you're feeling the resistance, allow yourself to feel it. Acknowledge what's happening. Take your time. Be kind to yourself and be patient, and take it one step at a time.